Ever had a Gemini suddenly go quiet on you? That gut-wrenching feeling where you're asking yourself, are they just needing space? Or have they completely disappeared from your life? The truth is, there is a world of difference between a Gemini's natural tendency to retreat into silence and the painful act of ghosting. And mistaking one for the other can lead to a lot of heartache and misunderstanding. The Gemini silent treatment. First, let's talk about the Gemini silent treatment. This is something deeply rooted in the Gemini psyche. When a Gemini goes silent, it's often not about punishing you. It's usually one of a few things. Overwhelm. As an air sign ruled by Mercury, Gemini's minds are constantly buzzing. When emotions get too intense or situations become too chaotic, they can shut down to process. It's a mental overload, not necessarily emotional detachment. Processing. They need to gather their thoughts, analyze the situation from every angle, and articulate what they feel. This can't be rushed. Self-preservation. Sometimes silence is their shield. If they feel misunderstood, attacked, or deeply hurt, retreating protects their sensitive core. The critical difference: intent. The critical distinction here is intent and communication. With the Gemini silent treatment, even if it feels cold, there's usually an underlying intent to return, to process, to eventually communicate, or to set a boundary. And here's the crucial point. They often expect you to understand this without words, which, let's be honest, can be incredibly frustrating. Now, let's talk about ghosting. Ghosting is a complete, sudden, and unexplained cessation of all communication. There's no warning, no explanation, and often no intention to ever re-engage. It's like someone evaporated from your life without a trace. This is very different from a Gemini needing space. Ghosting usually stems from a desire to avoid confrontation, a lack of emotional maturity, or simply not caring enough to provide closure. It leaves the other person hanging, often questioning their own worth and sanity. Signs to look for: silent treatment vs. ghosting. So, how do you tell them apart? Here are the key signs. Signs it's likely a Gemini silent treatment. Prior conflict event. Did something happen right before they went quiet? An argument, a misunderstanding, or a stressful situation. Sudden, but not absolute. They might ignore calls, but still watch your stories, or interact with something unrelated online. It's a retreat, not a total blockade. Eventually returns. While it might take time, they typically re-emerge when they've processed things, often with an explanation. Open to future. They haven't blocked you on everything, removed you from their life entirely. There's a lingering thread. Signs it's likely ghosting. No clear precursor. It might seem to come out of nowhere with no obvious conflict. Total silence. They disappear from all platforms. Messages go unread, calls unanswered. Social media activity might cease or block you. No explanation ever. There's no follow-up. No, I needed space. No, I can't do this. Just silence. Permanent disappearance. They actively remove you from their life, blocking, unfollowing, effectively erasing your presence. What to do when you're uncertain? If you're caught in this limbo, here's my advice. Give them space. If you suspect it's the silent treatment, give them a reasonable amount of time. Geminis hate feeling pressured. Send one low-pressure message. A simple, non-accusatory message like, "Hey, thinking of you. Hope you're okay." No pressure to reply. Just wanted you to know I'm here can make a difference. This opens a door without demanding a response. Observe their behavior. Are they active online elsewhere? Are they interacting with mutual friends? Set a mental deadline. For your own peace of mind, give yourself a deadline. If there's absolutely no communication after, say, a week or two, it might be time to accept it as ghosting and move on. Your peace of mind is paramount. Empathy and self-respect. Understanding the difference between a Gemini's need for silence And the act of ghosting isn't about excusing poor behavior, but about equipping you with clarity. A Gemini's silence, while challenging, usually comes from a place of processing and protecting their mental space. Ghosting, on the other hand, is a clear lack of respect for another person's feelings and need for closure. Remember, you deserve clear communication and respect in any relationship. What's your experience? Have you ever mistaken a Gemini's silence for ghosting? Or vice versa? Share your story in the comments below. And if you want to truly understand the complex and fascinating world of Geminis, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. We're breaking down all things Gemini here on the channel.